Hey dolls, happy 11/11. I'm so excited to be here with you. Um, and I just thought it would be a good opportunity because some people are home for Veterans Day, some people are home just because it's Monday and the week starts a little later. But if you catch this message, if you catch these vibes, I just want to drop a couple cards down here to help you with your manifestation. Now, I know people that's not even spiritual. When that 11/11 hit on the clock, they like, make a wish. So this reading here is to kind of help you tap into what it is that you should be manifesting, what you want to create, and bring light to the core desires or dreams that you want to manifest. Okay. As I shuffle these cards, I want you to just take a moment, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. You can even share this with your friends because you know the girlies love 11/11. And leave a comment because I definitely want to know how this works for you. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull 5 cards here today. I'm also using my Amazonite, my Jesus, what is wrong with my thoughts today? My calcite and my selenite to help us bring the vibes in today's reading. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull 5 cards and go into depth about what they're saying to us and see what the universe has in store for you. Okay? All right. So the first question I'm going to ask is, what is my soul calling me to manifest as I step into this new phase? And the card we picked up was study. I think this is really interesting, especially since we are asking, what is it that your soul is calling to be manifested? You need to go back to the drawing board. We are in Mercury shadow period, Mercury retrograde shadow period, so it makes sense. And as a study card comes up here, this is not about just like going back to school. That could be true for some people, but it's really like, okay, what have you been doing? What has worked? What hasn't worked? What could work if you knew a little bit more? Utilize all of your resources. And if you look at the study card, baby girl got the, she got her books up, right? She got her little phone out. She got her computer. She got some other shit sheet over here writing and jotting down. Not just like absorb what other people are seeing you, but you do your own research to see what you need to see. So I would say, most importantly, we need to be getting back to the drawing board to figure out, what it is that we've been ignoring that Spirit has already been telling us to go forward with. Because I know if you think about it, right, you know the answer to that. Maybe you wanted to start a small business. We are we are a couple weeks before Black Friday. You got enough time to decide what you want to sell, what you want to do, and then launch that product. We are still a couple, got a couple, like maybe a couple weeks left before the end of the year. How do you want to close this year? What do you want to get ready for in January, right? Or just even the overall larger, larger goal. What is it that you're trying to do? Whatever that is, you do have to take a moment, step back, review, revisit, and then go forward. Because with the study card coming here, it's like, you know what it is, you have the resources, but you just need to fine tune it. So I think that's a great way to start this reading. Next, we're going to just ask, what's standing in my way, right? A lot of times there's limitations, fears, and beliefs that are blocking you from getting to your dreams and your goals. And that can be debilitating if you let it. But if we identify what the issues are, we'll know where to go forward, right? So that we can get it out the way, right? So again, what do I need to release to make space for my desires? That's the question I'm going to ask. Ooh, the grind. Baby, I love this for you. Because you know what this is saying? You are overworking yourself. Or you're working in capacities that are not conducive to you being able to rest and reset. I'm from the Midwest. I'm a Detroit girly. So, we love some overtime, triple double, OG, whatever. But what this is saying to you is, you are working so hard and grinding and you're not resting. You're not a computer. You're not a machine. You need to let go of feeling like that you always have to be busy. You always have to be doing something. What you need to do is sit in stillness. That's what's getting in your way. You have a lack mindset, which is why you work so hard. And if you let that go, if you allow the universe to be the universe, to do the things that the universe does, which is provide and allow you to see your dreams manifested, right? That will be, you'll get, that's the barrier you need to release, right? You need to stop grinding. And I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying work less. Like, I know we all have bills to pay, especially in this economy. But what I am saying is, you know that you overwork. You know that you are going a little too hard in the paint when you don't necessarily need to be. So again, you got to let go of that. If you have a goal for your overtime, or if you have a goal for, and I'm really picking up on overtime, so this is speaking to somebody specifically, right? If you have a goal for like, okay, I'm gonna work a couple hours, extra hours to do this and that makes sense. But it seems like you have gotten like addicted to having that extra on top, and you're in this cycle because of that extra on top. You're not able to go for a better job that you can work less hours and make more money, or you are getting this extra on top, so it's taking away time from you with building your small business, or spending time with loved ones, or traveling and things of that nature. That's what it is. You want more space. I feel like whoever's asking for this reading wants more space. They want to rest, but you're not letting yourself rest because you have this unnatural and unnecessary bond with finances. And I'm saying it's unnatural because you're overworked and underpaid. So there's no point of working if you're not getting paid. And there's no work or no sense of grinding if there's no reward at the end, right? So that's what Spirit is saying to you, okay? The next thing we want to do, after that, so go to the drawing board, take some time out, stop working so hard. And next, we just want to talk about what is your strength, right? Because you have strengths and you have talents, and a lot of times these readings can be a little bit like, oh, I'm not doing this, oh, I'm not doing that. You are not a constant self-help project, but there are things that you do need to identify that can help you be happier, be wholer, be fuller. So let's focus on that, okay? So what are your strengths here? Like, what is it that is going to help you manifest, right? What do you have already working for you that is going to help you manifest? Love that. Creative. Oh my God. That's why you got to stop grinding so much, because if you really take the space and the time, you can make whatever happen, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I got all these like mean girl thoughts in my head, like the movie, because I want to say you can make fetch happen, but you can't make fetch happen if you want to. That's literally what Creator's coming up here with. And that's a strength. And I want to tell you one thing too. This is a strength because a lot of people don't have this strength. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people don't know how to create things. I was telling, my husband this the other night, like, you can work, right? Right. You work a job, you might hate it, but you're still an artist. So work whatever you got to do to get whatever you got to get. But like, you're an artist. So just because you might not be currently getting paid to create or paid for your beautiful and brilliant mind right now does not mean that you can't in the future. But this is your strength. This is why you need to reevaluate, go back to the drawing board. You need to release that unnatural attachment you have to that money wound, that lack mindset, right? And then just be open to creating, right? Open to making it whatever you want it to be. This is a beautiful card to get in the manifestation spread, because essentially just saying you are the architect of your own story, and a lot of people aren't. And if you've been feeling like you aren't lately, I want you to take this message to be empowered, to know that you can make whatever you want to make come to pass. But you also have to believe in yourself and take the time and space to get in this environment within your body and your mind to create. And whatever you create, that's what the world needs. Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't worry about it being trying to go viral, all that XYZ. Do what you got to do, right? Because they're waiting to see it. They're waiting to hear it, And also, it's not even about other people. It's really about, that is what's going to bring you peace and prosperity, right? Being able to do what you love, okay? Now, next card. Let's just talk about the timing, right? So We know what's blocking us. We know what what Spirit is calling us to do. We know how strong we are to do it. All right, but let's talk about the timing, because, timing is everything, especially when it comes to manifestation. And, the next card I'm going to pull is really just going to speak to the best moments to take action, right? So let me I'm shuffling these cards. I just want to tap in to see when and how you should take action to align with your dreams. Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna pull a card. I got something. Let me see. Nope, we gonna stay aligned over here. I'll pull from my What's the Vibe cards, right? We'll just shuffle these up, shuffle these up, shuffle these up. Shuffle these up, shuffle these up, shuffle these up. You know what? Time is now. Time is now. I was going to shift it up, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to change the energies because I feel like this is telling us what we need to hear. But I will pick a card from this at the end, for my What's the Vibe deck at the end. But right now, it's now, right? Spirit is saying you are right there at the finish line. So what you need to do is act. And that makes so much sense. We're at the end of the year. What I love about this reading most, I just want to say, is that we're in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. And if you know anything about Mercury retrograde, people say, oh, don't sign contracts, don't do this, don't do that. But if you're already working on something, this is the perfect time to go back to that and perfect it. Also, this is the perfect time to work out the kinks of starting something new, like a business, like a move, like whatever, right? Because it's kind of like, okay, I've been thinking about this. I've been putting it off. Now's the time to do it. And it's better if I do it now because I have space to go back and kind of tweak it. Then when everything goes forward and moves forward, I'm ready, right? So the time is now. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, pull the trigger. But remember what Spirit is saying. Do your research, review. If you're working a lot of overtime, I'm literally picking this up for the overtime girlies or the overworked girlies, right? And guys, if you are feel overworked or overwhelmed, make some space. I promise you the bills will be paid. I promise you it'll work out better. You'll see. Like come back in the comments, email me, whatever. But you'll see. It'll work out better for you if you listen to that. But no, the time is now. The time is now to act. And last but not least, this is a beautiful reading, okay? I just want to say this is a great manifestation reading, okay? I hope y'all picking up the vibes, and it's a great reading. Now, as we're just going to end this off just for just a little more guidance, right? Because we know what we need to do, right? We know what's in our way for doing it. We know what makes us empowered to do it, right? Gives us the strength to be successful in it. And we also know when we need to do it, and the time is now, right? So just a little bit of guidance, right? To, see what else is on the path ahead and just kind of uplift us and give us a little bit more insight and empowerment from the universe about the path forward, okay? So let's see. The question I have is just, what encouragement or wisdom do we need as we step into this new chapter? Oh my God. I love this. This is kind of for me, right? Baby. So I just was speaking with a client about a retreat that I'm helping with in December. And this is the whole concept of the retreat. I love when my cards hit. You just got to do the shadow work. And with shadow work, essentially, this woman is confronting herself. Confront the ugly parts of you. Confront the parts of you that don't feel good enough, that are also helping to further create these blockages. Because like I said, you're working so hard because you have a money wound, right? Or other things associated with lack. And what's interesting about this card and what's so empowering about this card is the only person in your way for tomorrow is you. So she's literally sitting here looking at herself, right? And working through whatever process. But you also see we got the candles here, we got the wine. It's not like it's not necessarily like an angry space or whatever. It's literally taking your time to confront yourself, confront how you feel. And that's why I believe it started with study, right? You have to see who you are. We all want to manifest things. We all want things to come to be, but also too, like, why am I asking for this? What do I really want? What am I afraid of, right? I remember there was a time I wanted to do something and I was like, oh man, like, no, I don't have time for this. Oh, no. And then I sat down with myself and I said, well, what's really going on? Oh, I'm afraid people might not show up. I'm afraid this might not be successful. I'm afraid. Confronting that fear, right, allows you to go forward and get on the other side of manifesting, right? Not of just manifesting, of what you want to manifest. So I think this is a beautiful card because it's just saying that, baby, you, again, are the architect of your own life. You built this shit how you want it to be built, but I really highly encourage you to just utilize this Mercury shadow period and this 11/11 energy to tap in, because baby, you can make it happen. Like, whatever you want, it's yours. You gotta believe in that. Okay. And for what's the vibe, I just want to pick one more card. Toxic. This definitely, I'm gonna pick a couple cards, right? And these are just shadows and forewarnings, right? Toxic card is coming out here because essentially a lot of this energy that you're aligned with, you're kind of like, you feel stuck. You feel very, you feel stuck. You feel indoctrinated. You feel like you have to go in the direction that you're going in because there's no other place, no other, there's no other options. But I want to tell you that that's not the case. I want to tell you that you could be whatever you want to be, but you do have to, especially in that shadow work, confront a lot of the toxic behaviors that you have that are growing within you, just like this mushroom. Wishful thinking is great. And I do believe like you're going to get a second chance. You have a lot of negative thoughts. And I'm saying you have a lot of negative thoughts because right after the wishful thinking, it's like, oh, well, if I could do this or if I could do that or whatever, you can do it, right? But you got to just confront what makes you feel like you can, right? And then take action in these beautiful thoughts that you do have, right? Because you do deserve softness. You do deserve kindness. And most importantly, self-care. So I would take this as maybe taking up a yoga class virtually or taking a walk, whatever ways that you want to reconnect with yourself and disconnect from other people. I highly suggest that you invest in that. But overall, this is a great time for you, and it's important that you utilize this energy so that you could be successful in the ways that you are desiring in your heart, okay? I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, share, comment. Readings are available every day of the week. And we have text, we have video recording. We could do a lot, like, get on Zoom. Well, not Zoom. I use Google Meet. But we can get on a virtual session. I'm here. I'm available to you. And I'm also just sending out a bunch of love, a bunch of light to everyone who is just a little stressed about what's coming on in the next year. I really want you to utilize this energy to focus on what you can control, focus on the present, focus on your goals, and focus on being your best self. And definitely do not allow your energy to be utilized, harvested, tapped into bigger bodies of work. Be that the government, be that your family, be that your job. Make sure that you're pouring into yourself, especially as we get into the winter months. And with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks. Love you guys. Bye.